This is Chapter 3, Section 1, Changing Earth's Surface. The ground you stand on is solid, but under certain conditions, solid earth can quickly change to thick, soupy mud. For example, high rains soaked with the soil and triggered the devastating mud flow in Figure 1. A river of mud raced down the mountainside, burying homes and cars. Several lives were lost. In moments, the mud flow moved a huge volume of soil mixed with water and rock downhill, wearing down and building up. A mudflow is a particular example of erosion. Erosion is the process of which natural forces move weathered rock and soil from one place to another. You may have seen water carrying soil and gravel down a driveway after it rains. That's an example of erosion. A mudflow is a very rapid type of erosion. Other types of erosion move soil and rock more slowly. Gravity, running water, glaciers, waves, and wind are all causes or agents of erosion. In geology, an agent is a force or material that causes a change in Earth's surface. Figure 1. A mudflow caused by heavy rains in San Bernardino, California, brought this ambulance to a stop. Erosion occurs consistently even while mountains are forming. Erosion wears down mountains and fills valleys with sediment. Working together, erosion and deposition have almost leveled the land surface. When new mountains or plateaus form, the cycle of erosion begins all over again. The material moved by erosion is sediment. Sediment may consist of pieces of rock or soil, or the remains of plants and animals. Both weathering and erosion produce sediment. Deposition occurs when the agents of erosion deposit or lay down sediment. Deposition changes the shape of the land. You may have watched a playing child who picked up several toys, carried them across a room, and then put them down. This child was acting something like an agent of erosion and deposition. Weathering, erosion, and deposition act together in a cycle that wears down and builds up Earth's surface. Erosion and deposition are at work everywhere on Earth. As a mountain wears down in one place, new landforms build up in other places. The cycle of erosion and deposition is never ending. Reading checkpoint. What is a sediment? Mass movement. Imagine that you are sitting on a bicycle at the top of a hill. With only slight push, you can coast down the hill if the slope of the hill is very steep. You will reach a high speed before reaching the bottom. The force that pulls you and your bicycle downward is gravity. Gravity pulls everything towards the center of the earth. Gravity is the force that moves rocks and other materials downhill. Gravity causes mass movement, any one of several processes that move sediment downhill. The different types of mass movement include landslides, mudflows, slump, and creep. Mass movement can be rapid or slow. Landslides. The most destructive kind of mass movement is a landslide, which occurs when rock and soil slide quickly down a steep slope. Some landslides contain huge masses of rock, but many landslides contain only a small amount of rock and soil. Some landslides occur where road builders have cut highways through hills or mountains. Figure 3 shows an example of a landslide. A mudflow is a rapid downhill movement of a mixture of water, rock, in soil. The amount of water in a mudflow can be as high as 60%. Mudflows often occur after heavy rains in a normally dry area. In clay soils with high water contact, mudflows may occur even on very gentle slopes. Under certain conditions, clay soils often turn to liquid and begin to flow. An earthquake can trigger both mudflows and landslides. Mudflows can be very dangerous. Slump. If you slump your shoulders, the entire upper part of your body drops down. In the type of mass movement known as a slump, a mass of rocks suddenly slip down a slope. Unlike a landslide, the material in a slump moves down in one large mass. It looks as if someone pulls the bottom out from under part of the slope. A slump often occurs when water soaks the bottom of soil that is rich in clay. Creep. Creep is a very slow downhill movement of rock and soil. It can even occur on gentle slopes. Creep often results from the freezing and thawing of water in cracked layers of rock beneath the soil. Like the movement of an hour hand on a clock, creep is so slow you can barely notice it. But you can see the effect of creep in objects such as telephone poles, gravestones, and fence posts. Creep may tilt these objects at a spooky angle. Landscapes affected by creep may have the eerie, out-of-kilter look of a funhouse in an amusement park. Reading checkpoint. What is the main difference between a slump and a landslide? That was section 2 from chapter 3, Changes in Earth's Surface, read by Erica Omi in Mrs. Hasiuk's class, Homeroom Mr. Thompson. Thank you for listening. Bye.